So it looked like Ford was more scared of a Grimstroke, who, if you guys, it was a lot in SA. We have not really seen it in NA at all, have we?
I think we've seen it twice.
I like the Venge here. I was going to say they should have some BKB piercing disable, whether it's like the Warlock, but I don't like Warlock IO as a support duo.
Does it make your support duo kind of like weak DPS-wise?
Yeah, but I think you can, like, you're going to have good core matchups now. Like, Gyro's already got a decent lane matchup. You're going to have, like, the lane counter pick most likely here.
I see.
For forwards off lane. Like, I guess it's, when I say lane counter pick, like, you can always swap lanes where you can put that hero solo safe lane. The reason why I actually think they pick Venge over Warlock is because IO Gyro is almost certainly going safe lane, and Warlock operates terribly in the off lane as a support. So Venge is a hero that's much better in the off lane as a support because you're like tearing the wave in and pulling.
I would add in that Venge has really good synergy with Gyrocopter.
Yeah,
right.
The AoE minus armor and bonus damage.
Don't they need like some sort of catch for Snade this game? They need some way to set up the relocate.
They've been picking a lot of Beastmaster.
I would love Mars. Yes, please.
I'm good with BM too because I think that the vision game is quite big.
Another BKB piercing disable.
I could just see
hurt.
Beast Coast like just straight up picking the mid here and then last picking something like Slark.
That's what they usually do is last pick their safe lane carry.
Yeah, so they take your mid and then you take something like Slark and you play the vision game.
DP's been like the #1 first pick mid, meaning like they pick their mid without seeing
don't care.
the opponent mid.
Yeah.
We saw it both games last series for either team. So both these teams clearly have in the region of NA the same idea that DP serves this purpose as a non-lane loser.
Yeah. So you guys are assuming it is going to be the Snake King hero right here, or
It
is there
doesn't
anything
really
else that
matter what
stands
order
out?
they pick it in, right?
Just
like,
a hero you definitely don't want that there's a chance it gets banned, right? Because there's only one ban in your way.
Exactly. So you either pick your offlane or your mid, depending on what you think has less options.
Batrider's still out there, which is pretty rare, but I don't know how good it is for this game.
For a forward?
Yeah. We see most of the time by the second pick phase, the Batrider's already been banned out.
Yeah.
I'd like some sort of like hard lock.
Beast then.
Yeah.
And they picked. This is now their third game picking it today, so 3 for 3 on the Beast man. He's out. I mean, he does the same thing every game. He goes to his lane. He may die once, twice, but he just pushes your tower, and you can't do anything.
Good synergy with the Venge as well.
I'm
as a
almost certain.
duo, so.
If you're Beast Coast now though, I think you almost 100% take Slark.
They're gonna ban it. It's Slark or Terrorblade, I think. Are
It's
the two
fantastic
heroes.
against Beastmaster because you never like anytime you're in vision, you
Yeah.
know when you're under vision when you're under the hawk. The one thing it does do pretty well though is it fools you into not knowing whether or not you're under a ward or
a hawk.
That's
a
pretty
hawk.
annoying.
That part is pretty annoying, but the upside for Slark is like you also know when you're under vision, so you know to be ready to use your
Pact.
Target Pact. Yeah. So it's really, really hard for Beastmasters to straight up run up to a Slark and get your ulti off.
Oddly enough, I really like Peel a lot too here for Beast Coast.
Yeah.
I don't usually like Peel, but it's really good against Venge Beastmaster. So I think Slark or Terrorblade are going to get banned. And then I think Peel is a really good option. Gyro is like okay against Peel if you have like other heroes to clear.
Isn't it timing based? Like Gyro's really good at some point and then it just
yeah,
falls off.
and then
once you get hard or
eventually,
something?
eventually Peel is too much for you to clear yourself. So that's like I hate that hero in general, but Venge Beastmaster are single target physical damage. And instead of Terrorblade, they banned the Naga. It seems like just a better version of Terrorblade. We talked about it last series. And I would actually like to see a last pick PL for Beast Coast, assuming that this last hero for forward is not super good against PL.
We're going to find out. Wind Ranger.
Okay.
It has been a little bit.
So I think Slark you think PL. I think either option's okay.
Slark's good. It's just hard to play, kind of. Like, if you play it perfectly, it's like a really good Slark game. But
Are you guys really set on like the harder carry?
I am here.
Yeah, I think what you want to do for Leo is give him the
Best scaler, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's how Beast Coast has been approaching this because he's been playing really well. I feel like he's probably out of all of them stepped up his game like the most.
So why not the hero they picked last game? Why not the Wraith King? A group up, you get Radiance, you have a
That's
Centaur
not bad
Enigma.
either. That's a lot of single target.
Wraith King's never bad.
Yeah.
It's not always the best, but it's never bad.
I like that. That's why I broached the whole conversation about a faster hero than the later ones. Sven instead.
I'm
Yeah.
not a huge fan of that pick.
Why not?
You just have so much single target disable.
Okay.
On
BKB
forward.
piercers.
Yeah,
just
you
assume
have
there's
Wind
gonna
Ranger
always
who
fan every
has
time.
Wind Run, and like any combo of like 2 heroes on forward kills the Sven, which means that I think their heroes wanted to play as 4 with the other 4 heroes. So if you had picked like Slark or PL, they're not killing you unless they gank you with 3 or 4 heroes on forward. But Sven can actually just get roared and relocated on, or even shackled and relocated on. I feel like he can't farm anywhere on the map except for super passive.
Well, who do you think in an ideal situation in a 5-on-5, like everything's perfectly cast, who wins? Beast Coast?
In a 5v5, I think Beast Coast, but in IO, with IO in the game, that's never really how it works, right?
Yeah, you're right.
All right, BSJ, we got to send these 2 away. So let's hear, what are the predictions? Are we going forward? Are we going Beast Coast for game 1? Cap, you start us off.
I mean, I think forward's just the better team all around.
Okay.
So it's
You
easy to go for him.
Nice.
I'm going to go with Beast Coast. That's the thing. You underestimate the undertow that drags you
They've
under.
been making waves.
They've been making waves. Don't sleep on them.
I'm not sleeping on them. They've got the 5-position Spear Breaker, which I like. That thing owns.
We'll find out who's right.
We will find it. And you know what? No, it's better than being right. A good game of Dota. So I hope we get it. We did just have 2. Both of us we all casted some pretty bad stomps. So we want a good game of Dota. Could this be a Beast Coast versus Ford? Goodbye, my space cadets, and we will see you again afterwards.
Whoa, there they go.
And damn. Pilot Die, a Vengeful Spirit. It's been a while since we've really seen Venge BSJ as well. That hero, if you're playing a carry and you see like your team pick Venge support, what do you do? Like say if Venge support is first picked on your team, do you ever think about like certain cores to pick?
I think about that. I hope that Venge is not in my lane because I think
doesn't do much.
I think Venge is terrible in the safe lane. Like if you're a support player on my team, please don't pick 5-position Venge. Like she is 5, but she's not my lane partner is what I mean. Like you have the IO. I think generally speaking, I'm more willing to pick heroes that have a lot of stat gains because of the percentage-based damage, and then I'm also willing to pick heroes that basically take objectives. I don't know how else to word it. Like you're a lot of physical damage. That's what Venge represents, and any hero that benefits from raw buffs. There's just certain carries that love these buffs more than others, and Gyro enjoys it because he's just flat canning everybody on the opponent team.
Yeah. And well, there's a Hawk over him right now, so they got the vision. Boar plus Pilot Eye running uphill. Brax, he knew. He was taking those retaliate.
Damage from the towers?
Yeah,
right?
Middle. Get the retaliate. Usually you see him try to get max, but CCNC was there to contest them. I think we've seen a lot of the better teams do that. They know the Centaur wants to get those. That's how you win a lane. You just go there and contest him. That means bottom lane, it will just be Mike as well as Leo down there, so they know what all the lanes are. Snaking there as well. Tons of regen on him with some shared tangos.
Yeah, CCNC had leveled Power Shot, actually. That's why he took a lot of damage on Centaur.
All right, BJ, I didn't even ask you. So just straight up, which team are you favoring right now?
I think that Sven pick is underwhelming for a 10th pick.
Okay.
I don't think it's like a terrible Sven game. I just think like if you pick a 10th hero, you want it to be like, wow, that was a perfect pick. And I think there's ways to deal with Sven in this game. And I'm going to emphasize now, just for the last time before we see it in the game, he can't farm in the mid game because he dies to Beastmaster or Wind Ranger plus relocate. So all I'm saying is that he's relying a lot on his team to make space. So if the other lanes even go slightly poorly, the Sven's going to have no room to farm. If he's allowed to farm completely passively on the map, this is a good Sven game. And that's just something that always makes me nervous to have happen.
We're going to see what happens. Centaur will start off with the double Stout Shield as well. And it sounds like what they're saying is you just play this lane straight up. Do you not do any lane cutting shenanigans against IO Gyro?
It's going to be tough because there's 3 heroes. They are TPing the Venge bottom, so that means he's more likely to want to do it now once he sees the Venge.
Yeah. And there's just Enigma in the jungle. Looks like he's actually, sometimes we see it top on the Radiant, but he's doing it. He's denying middle and actually farming the big camp mid.
Yeah, he got the lane far enough back for the Centaur. That's why he's not lane cutting, by the way, because the lane got pulled back by denying the range creep. So the Centaur is going to get a whole 6 or 7 creeps underneath his tower here.
Yeah. We'll have to see. Let's see what you are. I mean, it's tough on Gyro to get a deny. We'll see. Rax will be waiting there. I love watching CS under tower. It's honestly my favorite thing to do on stream. It really shows, who knows how to do it. And Brax will get down. But elsewhere, it is snaking. Leo, he is having a tough time. He's already used all his mana. Would have to use a mango if he wants to throw another stun out, but instead he will just deny the range creep. And Mike, he trying to pull that lane back. And now it is going to be Ryoya versus CCNC. If you didn't know, these two have played together quite a bit on teams against each other. Then it is a DP versus Wind Ranger DP up 8-3 against the 6-2 of Wind Ranger. Another power shot. Look at that harass.
Yeah, I think they're the two best mechanically mid NA mid laners other than Sumail. Like that, he's just kind of assumed, right? So.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot of harass middle. One mistake could mess up, and yep, Relio will go and run down to get that bottom double damage. And CC&C, oh, he's going for it. There will be a charge, though. It's going to get denied.
That was big.
Nicely done. It is level 2 on Onyx Mike, so he does already have that bash. Won't get any of them off, though. And because it is, I thought on 5 Seer, I'm pretty sure you're still supposed to get Orb of Venom, but he will just be pretty broke there.
Yeah, he has no items.
Yeah.
He has 375 gold. He's actually going for boots first, which I don't mind. It speeds up your charge.
And there will
Used
be
to not matter.
Another charge bottom. Leo will just right-click. There's a
creeps.
lot of creeps. Yeah, you definitely don't dive this, though.
Yeah, you can't really dive. You just push them back. You can play all the way aggressive up until their tower because you know they won't fight you back because you have so many creeps. Onyx Mike TPing to base, actually picking up that Windlace, and he can just charge right back out. Oh, not picking up the... Wait, what? Did he lose gold?
Yeah, because he is less Mike.
No, he bought wards.
Okay, I was like, we both looked shouldn't he still at least have 250 or something?
Mike, we don't want you on Grand Sus list just yet, buddy.
Not yet. A little later, at least. Yeah, or we'll get the first blood top. Pardon me, Brax. He's actually getting close to killing the gyrocopter, trying to pull the creeps, but instead he goes down, and, well, almost is definitely not going to be good enough here.
It's not that bad of a death just because he's going to come back to a lane that's farmable, but it's obviously not good to feed a kill at any time. Gyro is going for phase boots, it looks like. Yes, he is. Has the Wraith Band being flown out as well. Phase boots, Gyro. I guess they have a lot of physical damage on Beast Coast. That makes sense.
Oh, stun is going to go out. Leo isn't allowed to throw. There will be a charge going that just hits on Pilot Die. Leo throws out a stun on Snake King. And even though the spin is level 4, eats a mango, it does feel like this lane just gets harder and harder for him because as the boars get stronger, the Wave of Terror gets stronger. Feels like you just get right-clicked out of this.
Yeah, but I like his build. His item build's really good. He says, I'm going to get right-clicked a lot. We can't really do much to you, so I'm just going to sit here on creeps, hitting them with a chainmail, so I don't take as much damage.
And if people didn't know, you heard Cap say earlier, Leo is Mandy. Mandy did play at a couple minors majors this year, so over on Beast Coast now, they just want to get all those creeps, and Leo and Mike do scoop it up there. There's a big creep wave coming from Dire to the Radiant. But up top, Brax getting dove again. He gets his health potion off. MSS actually goes down to the tower. And there's the tip. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's a solo kill for Brax there.
Give him the tip, Brax.
Yep. Damn. And you said it. It's not the worst death because he comes back to a lane, and all of a sudden he turns it around and gets a solo kill himself. Creep's still pushing in. Brax has to be super happy this lane.
Yeah, Gyro's level 5 now, so he's quite scary. He does have to back off like he did there. Just getting XP now. Bounty runes are coming out. Looks like it might go 4 for forward, which it is.
That's rough. And this is the bottle also on the IO, so get a little extra. They're diving Brax. He's going to go down. You have the IO. He just scoops up that rune.
And the reverse tip.
Dang, the double reverse tip. Brax knew it was coming, right? When he died, you know he's like, yeah, I'm getting tipped for sure.
Yeah, the second it's contagious.
It is. Well, it's less than 1,000 gold lead, 2-1 right now for Forward Gaming. Nothing too crazy going on. What about the Enigma? That's the one guy. This guy always farms. He is going for the Helm of the Dominator, which in SA we did not see once. It was always Arcane Boots into Mech. Do you like Helm of the Dominator still? I really haven't seen it that much.
It got nerfed a lot in regards to the price being up 300. It just slows it down by about a minute. But he's got an absolute free farm. He'd almost have his Helm Dom in the previous patch already, but he's about 500 gold off. It's obviously a super potent item in the sense that it's not the item itself did not get nerfed. It's just the cost.
Yeah.
And usually it was too much. But Enigma is one of the few heroes that can still farm it really fast if he's having a good game. And they haven't contested him at all. And you were talking about Brax like being happy with his lane. Yeah, he's died twice. But it's like at the cost of the fact that your Enigma is farming jungle. Usually when you're in a pub, you'll be like, well, my lane's not going that good, but at least I have Enigma. And you go look, and he's like level 2.5 at 6.5 minutes into the game. But this is almost a level 6 Enigma, which is basically a 4th core for the Radiant side. He has the highest CS in the game, actually. Holy moly.
And is that why you kind of you love picking that Enigma after the IO Gyro? Because you know those two aren't really going to do anything to your jungling. So they'd have to have a support like a Ricky who does, and no one's going to pick that with an IO Gyro, right?
Yeah, that's true. You have a 5 position left to pick. You have to pick only a 5, and there's not too many other than like Bane, which could have been their pick, but Bane's pretty bad right now. Brax does go down again. MSS giving him so many battle points.
He is. It is a private lobby, so he doesn't actually get him.
He's getting battle points.
He is getting the battle points. You are right.
Yeah, thank you.
And there's the Helm. Helm will come out after he kills this creep if he wants to go purchase it. My bad. I did miss the kill. Brax, I'm going to watch him. He's playing that Suicider offlaner right now, so I'll be staying with him. Do you look to just smoke up if you're Enigma and go for a kill with this early black hole, or do you just keep farming?
I think you show up to the Gyro's lane and pose a threat on him. Make sure what's happening top right now stops happening.
Yeah, because he's just getting dove again.
Yeah, you're not necessarily trying to kill the Gyro. You're trying to make it so you enable your offlaner to now be strong in the lane so that they can stop being aggressive. But they are bringing the Spirit Breaker, so obviously you're not opposed to killing the Gyro. It's just that you are going to walk to this lane no matter what on the Enigma. And it looks like they're just going to choose to farm the big camp for now. They did see the Helm Dom because the Beastmaster put a Hawk there to block the medium camp and saw him pick it up. So they know this is happening, which they've already TP'd the Venge. Doesn't really do much with only level 3 on the Venge. But Beastmaster is just taking bottom tower. Sven
Solo.
Yeah, but now they're smoked on Sven. This is a big rotation from Beast Coast, and they know what's happening on forward. Will they still get picked off is the question. They have Centaur ulti to close the gap. And they scan them. They know they're there.
They're going. Though. Here we go. Centaur will pop the ulti. There will be a war cry as well. They get the black hole. It does hit on 2 of them and actually catches Pilot Die. Will they be able to bring down at least the Gyro? Oh my goodness, they do. CCNC's here now. It's going to be a 5-man rotation. He's almost dead on Snake, but they get Leo instead. And there goes Pilot Die. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Someone else has to die, right? Braxton is running. He knows he's probably dead at this point. He's going to try to run away now. He looks for MSS. Oh, he's just hiding. CCNC will get the shackle on him. And now Moose, he needs to be a little bit careful too. They're going to go on Snakey. And oh, they get the stomp. Moose might actually get the kill on MSS. He can use the sticky with the Flightstone. He does. CCNC will get another kill. A triple kill for him. And
meanwhile, mid-tower went down with an Arcane Rune DP ult. So I would say that was about an even engagement top, but they took mid-tower for free. DP's like
that was a 5-man rotation from forward.
DP is loving it. That was Arcane Rune. So his ult's up again in 50 seconds.
You just go top maybe?
Yeah, it's absolutely going to go top. And otherwise, I mean, that's like the dream for a hero like DP. Like, how often do you just get a tower uncontested like that?
With an Arcane Rune.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to charge again. Snake King has no roar for 35 seconds. IO's still level 5. CCNC is regened up from the IO tether. And Gyro's rotated bottom, so he can't actually be at this fight because he TP'd there.
Shackle coming in. Brax could be in a little bit of trouble. He's just getting run at. Yeah, he's just going to die again.
They are going, so they should be in some trouble on the IO, I have to imagine.
Charges flying out there. IO will get bashed up. There will be a Crypt Swarm, and yep, they do get the kill. A 1-for-1 trade. You actually get 1 more gold for that kill.
That's value.
That's pure value. There's not much more value.
That's your 4-position Centaur. Who cares? That's a support.
Yeah, at this point it feels like that. Moves right now, I love it. He picks up the Ice Ogre. We talked about all that physical minus armor. You get that Helm of the Dominator creep, you get 8 extra armor now. Well, bottom lane, you talked about it. Yawari's there. He's going to be farming some creeps as well as going and picking up those bounty runes.
First bounty rune of the game going to Beast Coast, other than the start, of course.
Well, maybe.
Oh, the moves.
Okay, it's a bottle. Okay, they're in the. You're making me nervous too, but they do have a bottle. And it will almost be a level 10 death profit now.
But they choose not to commit to the
Leo,
top tower,
whoa. What are you doing there, big dog?
Wait, are you telling me that Leo died to a roar plus a Naya?
Yeah, he sure did. And he was farming. He's farming the enemy team jungle. Should you be there at that point in the game? Why is he over there, I guess? Is he just too scared to go bottom?
My answer to your question is I said at the 0-minute mark he can't farm anywhere on the map, and he tried to do it. And Wind Ranger killed herself on the retaliate, by the way.
Yeah, he bonked her on the head once and died.
Literally, like, you can't control it if you use it.
Yeah.
So what is he doing? I actually want to watch that back at some point. That's, like, later on I want to watch that one. That's pretty funny.
Dude, Brax is, like, just all the action this game. Whether he's dying, whether he's not bottom lane, they're going for Mike now. And he should go down. 9 stick charges. He lives for 1 more orb till it hits him in the noggin.
Can they punish it all? They have Sven, war crying to the side. They have the Centaur Stomp to follow him up. They have no relocate.
He gets it off, and there we go. Will there be a Centaur Stomp? It will be there. They might look for MS as well. Oh my lord, he takes a lot of damage. And I like it. IO doesn't even try to save him. Just don't feed the +1.
And this should be a lot of damage on the tower at least, because they have no roar. And Gyro's dead.
Rioya, you said he's having a great game. He's having a fantastic time. Top of the net worth right now, almost level 11.
Top lane now.
That's Brax
Got
again.
swapped in. Roar in 4 seconds. The jukes!
He tries to go around. He actually gets a stomp. Hits one of the boars, but the other boar will slow down. He has phase boots up in 1. Doesn't look like he'll make it away, and his team doesn't want to come and help him. They will just get the kill.
Yeah, they TP'd some heroes bottom. Actually, no, I guess all those heroes did not TP bottom. That's a pretty big tower to get. We talk about that tower being quite difficult to achieve other than like super early or super late, and they take the super early approach. Just conveniently delivered to them because they were able to pick off that gyro. So that punishes that gyro pick off a lot. And Beast Coast is looking way better than all the other teams that have been playing as forward.
Yep, and you do have the Midas on Leo, even though he's died a couple times. He'll get his farm eventually. Meanwhile, there was a book on the Enigma, so he's almost level 10 now. What do you want to see him go next? Does he just go Guardian Greaves? Something like that? A pipe?
I'm thinking you could go Crimson, Medallion. Actually,
Crimson seems pretty good.
It looks like Centaur might be going Crimson himself. So I think you need a Crimson this game. So Centaur is getting one.
So just getting the Enigma just gets the other stuff?
Yeah.
Like you get Crimson, I'll get the other stuff.
You're not playing for the black hole, obviously, against Venge Gyro. You could, actually. You could go just straight BKB Lincolns. You could do that.
But doubtful.
But the thing about Lincolns, actually, against Venge, you can't really do that anymore if the Venge is smart, because the Venge should just hold the 2 charges of swap and just go swap, pop, break the Lincolns, and then use the second one.
I wonder if Moose knew that Midnight Pulse didn't affect this.
What is
he threw it on the Ancient, and it just didn't do anything. Literally just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe he was trying to clear trees for something?
Yeah,
I didn't
possibly. I didn't either. He did clear some trees. Not sure. Maybe it's just for a ward there, but... Well, you are. It's the IO Gyro. He does have a Maelstrom in the stash right now. He's going to bring it out. Eventually, they're going to get their farm, and they're going to hit a timing window. When does Forward kind of want to take back control of this game? Like, is there ever a time, or do they just go for these IO Gyro +1 pickoffs?
Yeah, that's pretty much what they're stuck doing, I think. I don't know if there's necessarily a portion in the game where they ever win a 5v5. And that's kind of how IO lineups tend to go, because one of your supports doesn't actually do anything for team fights. The IO, obviously. It just is like a save or a backup to one of your other heroes. So it looks like Forward's very content just to farm. Same with Beast Coast. Sven, like you said, is catching up. It's like not a bad Sven game. I just had a hard time imagining him farming. So he's now chosen to be much more passive on the map. But he has to be scared of Wind Ranger and Beastmaster, but both of which are missing. So anytime they're missing, he doesn't know where they are, and he just has to hit neutrals. And that's fine. The rest of his team looks like they are looking to make something happen. Smoked up, Yule Scepter DP. Going for the Greaves on Enigma like you said he would. And they do have a level 6 Spear Breaker ready to doze.
Yeah, it's scary because it is already a level 2 Exorcism, so it doubles the amount of ghosts you get. It is a lot, and they're just going to run straight. Oh, my goodness. Oh, they didn't see the ward get placed, so now they know it's there, though. Yeah, they knew something was up. They had the sentry there. They're just going to back out now. There's a full other commitment coming from Pi, Snaky, and CCNC. They're smoking down through middle. We might have a giant fight.
Yeah, Bounty in big engagement here.
If you're Beast Coast, you have to know something might be up. You don't have your Centaur. He might just have to pop his ulti. Wave of Terror will go on to Moose. They don't quite get him. He runs away immediately, and look at this. It looks like they might all get out. Rioya, he's like, nah, I'm good.
Overall, I think that's pretty good for Beast Coast. All the lanes are in their favor right now.
Oh, Leo, it's a long TP. There's no roar or no swap. Even though they all TP'd to the shrine. Okay, they make it out into 2-for-2 rune exchange. All while Centaur was just farming top.
And getting retaliate stacks on the tower, which is nice.
It's good.
But that's the main thing, is when there's like a 5-on-5 stalemate, pretty much, it's whatever the lanes are doing is who it favors. And in that case, all the lanes are pushing in favor of Beast Coast, and that means that they're going to get the tower off of this when both teams separate. And it's like, yeah, Forward Game is going to try to collapse on mid like this, but Beast Coast should be able to react like they are. Really good TP by Brax ahead of time, such that he knows if something were to happen, which he knows it's going to be around here. He knows Forward Gaming's in his own jungle, so they're going to make a play on either bottom tier 2 or mid tier 1, most likely mid tier 1, because that's what most teams prioritize. And then Sven transitions to the top half of the map. So what happened was Beast Coast was making plays on top, or sorry, bottom, where they were getting kills, and then they rotated and took the tower top.
Yeah.
Leo was then playing bottom. Now Beast Coast is playing around mid, and Leo's playing top. It's kind of like Leo's going to farm whatever part of the map nothing is happening on. That's the goal. I like the Blink Dagger on Sven. Makes him a lot more elusive to relocate ganks. If he sees Beastmaster right now with no blink, the Beastmaster can just chase him down and roar him. But if he sees Beastmaster now, he just blinks away.
What about this? We're going right into Roche.
No vision.
One dead, nothing going down.
They can't fight this.
They don't know it's up either. They know Roche is up. They don't know this is going on, I should say. And all right, This is going down pretty damn quick. Ryoi's heavy. They're going to pop the God Strength as well. There's going to be on the backside, though. The ulti. Ice Mike will get saved. They're not showing that they're in this yet, though. Brax, he will get roared. They just want to commit. Moose is going to try to help him out. Roche will end up getting taken. Sven does get bashed. There will be a swap back in for Brax. Will he go down for this? There's going to be an ulti out. Brax actually will make it out. Ryoya gets the first kill. The boar still chasing him. It will slow him. Power shot gets dodged. Nicely done by Brax. CC&C going. The vision. This should be a kill at least onto Brax. Are they going to leave it for the... MSS gets it, all right.
He died there, but Brax is owning. Like, he made that Roche secured by walking out there.
It feels like Brax is dying a lot this game, but it's not dumb deaths, right? Like, every death feels like it's accomplishing something.
Yeah, even in the early game, he was struggling in his lane because he has this Enigma who's not helping him at all. And that's fine, right? You're sacrificing something to benefit the rest of your team. You're not just feeding. Right there, he was making sure that there was space for the Roche, that nobody was going to be able to do some cheeky, like, swap play and take the Aegis. And Sven, not exactly the best Aegis carrier, but this allows him to farm more aggressively on the map because his team will be able to react by the time he's going to die a second time. And that means that this is just his farm accelerant, and that's really important because that's what I was mainly concerned about the pick. I said other than that, I thought the pick was good. So if with this Aegis secures a lot of that part of his game, surprisingly going for the Mithril Hammer before the Ogre Club, or Ogre Axe. Usually you see the Ogre Axe first.
And there is, I do want to say, on the Beast Coast, there, Enigma, Centaur, and, oh, no, Sven's Ancient. He's not
Gyro?
going Blink, and he's going for BKB. Yeah, Gyro does have that BKB now. Not the greatest for his Death Prophet, obviously, who doesn't mind us. There's going to be a Yule's, CC&C. He's a little bit out of position. They're going to try to fight this. Oh, my goodness, CC&C gets blown up. Rocket will hit. They're going to chase forward, though. That's going to be a God Strength by Sven. They're going to try to turn around. There's the black hole, though. It hits onto pretty much everyone except that Beastmaster on the outside. Yuar is BKB, right-clicking, though. They had the Crimson Guard, which takes away a lot of damage, but Mandy might have committed much too far. He will get right-clicked down, even though it's a good black hole. It's a buyback from CC&C. They're coming back in. Do they want to fight this Leo? He's just going to try to right-click. Can he make it out, though? Yawar needs to be a little bit careful. They are moving forward. There's going to be an ulti. They're going to try to bring down Yawar. Can they get him? They sure do. MSS was trying to heal him up. They couldn't. A Warcry plus a Crimson Guard. So much damage. There's going to be another charge. This would be a dieback. No, CC&C gets the shackle. But Snaking, he's looking like he's in a little bit of trouble. Nice save coming out of MSS right there. And now, do they want to fight this, or are you leaving MSS? No, they're coming. They want to fight this, it looks like. They've already teamed back in. They're going to stun Mike, and they might just leave him. Yep, goodbye, Mike. They're looking for more. CC&C is going to run uphill. He pops the Crimson Guard again, but he might go down, possibly an overextension. It was a buyback from CC&C, but I think they're happy at least getting this, and they might get middle tower as well. What a bloodbath.
Beast Coast is clearly on par with Forward. Like,
they're actually,
they don't look like they're outclassed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is good Dota. I like this. This is both teams battling back and forth. Some mistakes here and there, but Beast Coast are playing these fights really well. I think Snake King tried to roar one of the heroes next to Enigma, and the pushback didn't actually hit him.
It did not.
So that's why he kept the black hole going despite that. They are charging up Pili Die at the bottom rune. Looks like they're just going to be content getting the bounty runes. It is going to be 3 in favor of Beast Coast most likely.
And guess what? Getting 3 now is better than getting 3 a little bit before.
Yeah, BKB almost done on Sven. So he was going to go Blink. And now I think he's realizing his change of pace here is that if he wants to fight head on, he needs this BKB. And so rather than playing for the farm game, he's going to play for the I want to be able to enable my team to fight better game. Because the Centaur doesn't have a Blink, so a Centaur's not really going to go in first.
No.
And that's now his job, so that's why he's going straight for the BKB. DP almost has that Axe Scepter done, something we were talking about a bit earlier, that not most other regions don't really go for that. They are relocating onto Mike. This is what we call space.
If they even get him, the swap. They will bring him down. That is a 4-hero rotation. Obviously, the IO Gyro teeping with the ulti.
That will enable Sven to farm top for the remainder of his BKB, which is nice.
You like Wind Ranger, locking the Javelin and then going for the BKB?
Yeah, I mean, you just need the BKB real bad. Like, the Maelstrom's not all that great. It helps you farm, but in terms of damage output for killing
the Javelin's just fine with the ulti. That's all you need. Well, they might look for Ryoya here. Level 15 now. Takes the cast range, has the eggs, as you said, in about 450. And man, a 2K lead for Beast Coast right now. A very back-and-forth game with the only buyback CC&C did buy back. If he didn't get that shackle and Mike got that charge out, that might have been a dieback. And that could have definitely changed that, but he has the BKB now. A lot of BKBs up. Wind Ranger, Gyro. Sven has his now as well.
One thing I'll say is I've never seen Quinn play Wind Ranger.
I've seen it a couple, but like it's not a hero like CCNC. That's Wind Ranger.
Yeah, he's like got the Storms, the TAs, the Lenas. He's got a lot of heroes that he's known for. So I was just kind of surprised now that I think about it with Wind Ranger that it's just not one of your top 5 to 10 heroes that he's playing in a very crucial match in a qualifier.
And that's a big smoke coming out from Rain. They're going to charge IO as well as Gyro. They're just going to charge forward. They look for Pilot Eye. There's going to be the stun. Echo Saber it to slow. There's a Beastmaster as well. CCNC, they might want to fight this safe. Sure as hell do. It looks like Dire is just going to run in. Radiance there. We haven't gotten an ulti pop by Death Prop. They're just going to try to get out. IX Mike, well, another sacrificial death for him. The rest of his team will make it out.
Sven didn't want to pop God Strength there. That was kind of weird. I feel like if you just pop the God Strength, you get the kill. And maybe you do something with it, but instead he's choosing to save it for this engagement, so they still have everything except for Centaur.
Oh, whoa, he's going to get shackled and stunned. Moose does have the mech. Will it be enough? There's going to be the ulti pop by Rio. Leo's going to be perfectly okay. CCNC is in here now. BKB, that's 10 seconds. They run away, and it doesn't look like anyone's actually going to go down here.
Yeah, the Ghost can't miss, so he actually can't stand up in the fights against...
If Death Prophet's right next to you, you're probably going to die.
Yeah, exactly. So even though he popped his BKB, that's why you see him just run away. He is looking to chase, potentially get a shackle, knowing that... Oh, no, he's not chasing. I thought he saw him for a second. He does see him. Is he going to die here on Ryoya?
This could be a bad one.
Swap, level 2 swap. Relocate.
There it is. Still doesn't have the range yet, but the
balls.
orbs do slow now. There's going to be the swap. Well, Brax is here now as well. Gets the Yules up. Don't get shelled. CCNC's trying to set up. He does. Hits them both perfectly. The heal comes out from all the ghosts going back. Ryoya does have some spirit items. Brax might be the one dying. Mike's runs in. There's going to be a black hole. Leo trying to beat down Yawar. Will he be able to get it? A nice swap on Yawar. Doesn't need to cancel the black hole if you save your teammate. Pilot Eye will be the next one to drop. IX Mike. One more right click would kill him, but not quite yet. The mech full heal from IO onto this Gyro. Now Leo, he's in a lot of trouble, kills the rocket and dies. They're going to try to turn for more. Look at this. The death illusion from Vengeful following the Enigma. They're looking for Ryoya. He is going to go down. And Yawar, the punishment.
That is
Triple
like...
kill.
Oh, that's such a Ryoya play, man.
Just,
a fight breaks
you're having
out,
a good game.
And you just go farm the opponent juggle with your entire team on your side of the map and force your entire team out of position. Like, every player that's like tier 2-ish has like one weakness that just glares, and that's always been his. Like, I think he's an incredibly mechanically skilled player. He knows a lot about the game, and for whatever reason he does that at least once a game.
Uh-oh. Brax just literally TP'd, and he just came alive, and well, he's going to go back to the grave. And that's going to be a tip on Snake, and that's going to be a tip on Brax from us. That's his last one.
And suddenly...
Ford opened this game wide open.
Yeah, they're only up by 1K, but they're probably going to turn this into like 3 out of 4 minimum bounty runes. They just got the mid-tier 1 tower. Gyro's top of the net worth suddenly, and you hear this a lot. Sven's not exactly a hero that's okay with being down by 1,000 or 2,000 gold at this stage in the game. The whole point of Sven is that he flash farms in the early game for free with his Battle Fury that he gets built in. And they are TPing the Death Prophet, so maybe they'll get this one bounty rune, which looks like they are.
Oh, MSS. Nope. He's going to actually pick it up. He might die for this. They don't really want to fight. It doesn't look like they're still going on the IO. He does have the tether. There goes the stun, though. He picks up the other bounty rune. They will get him. But they screw up all 4. Will they look for Pilot Die? It was nighttime, but they did see him still. He's going to try to go away. No stun. There's, oh my goodness, Mike. 0.01 second it felt like. Wow. 2K lead for Ford, and as you said, this is a back-and-forth game, very even, but it feels like Ford, they found that one little advantage, and now you look at that Gyro. He is pretty farmed.
Snaking is going to have a Crimson Guard of his own. He's very farmed on Beastmaster, by the way. Solar Crest, Vlad's Crimson.
He's beating CCNC by 1,000, almost above Ryoya now.
Yeah, no, CCNC, instead of the Maelstrom, he's going for the MKB. Either one is good for your proc item that you need for your ultimate. Took the attack range talent. And once he gets that win run, grants invisibility, I think like he's just going to be much more potent on the map for setting up relocates. I like Pilot Eye's build, just double bracer with the wand. A lot of stats. Venge is a very tanky hero. He's got like no items, and he's got 1,500 HP.
Almost 3 strength level, pretty good.
Going Satanic on Gyro. Not the best against Black Hole, because you don't reduce the duration of it at all, but... Obviously, with the side gunner, you're attacking for free, which does proc the Satanic even if you are disabled, so Satanic goes up in value for that reason. Does kill the Hawk with Spirit Breaker. And
back out.
Any other major items? Blink still not done on Centaur.
600 gold to go.
Yeah, we got one on the Enigma now, but no
that's
Guardian
at the price of
Blink.
Enigma, right? Like, that's why you have no farm on Centaur.
All right, if you're Beast Coast now, I mean, you're not down that much, but you can definitely feel like the tide's turning. What's the next move you make? Do you look for that next Roche? It's a lot harder now.
That's
the
the
BKBs.
objective they're looking for. They almost have level 18 DP. They're working on a BKB. He's like 1,500 off.
Maybe that's what you wait for, and then do some sort of Roche fight craziness.
Yeah, it's weird. The reason why we were talking about the significance of that fight mid, because even though they were only up by 1K afterwards, playing the map against IO when it's like even or slightly behind is real difficult because of everything we talked about with the relocate ganks. They have a lot of setup between the Wind Ranger, Venge, and Beastmaster, and you see it here. They're just now sitting down or walking down mid, and Beast Coast has to play really scared. They get the blink on Centaur, so they have the playmaking potential. They're probably gonna like smoke out of their base, I have to imagine.
Well, the only people they're gonna find is 5 Dire Heroes down middle right now. Lark's gonna just right-click it. Should be an easy. Yeah, he's gonna back up. Doesn't want to get to tier 2 quite yet. Nope, he will. Simple as that.
I think Beast Coast only really has one option here. They need to show the Sven on lane and smoke behind him. Let's see if they do that.
It is gonna be, yep. All right, they do exactly what you say, BSJ. Leo sitting there. Rioya throws out the Crypt Swarm. They're gonna ping and try to run the other way. No one is down there. It is only Gray, CC&C way down there in the bottom lane.
They're going to catch Beastmaster most likely, but he's, oh no, he's actually,
oh, they're going into Roche himself, and look at how quickly it goes down. But they blink forward. It will actually pilot out. They're going to pop the ulti on the Centaur. He will get brought down immediately. Hasn't committed the buyback yet, but that's because Ike Spike's charging in. Now he will. Leo's trying to run over. There's going to be a BKB pop. They really want to get this IO. It's a tough one. He still has the back. He goes to pilot out. There's the black hole, but it only hits on one. There's going to be a swap out. Moves his way out of position now. He goes down. Rioya goes down with all the ghosts. Yawar is pretty much just soloing everyone at this point with the IO. They get a shackle, and well, I believe this game has completely turned around, and IO Gyro looking as potent as ever.
So I remember hearing Kyle on the Chinese panel talk about how...
You listen to Kyle?
It's happened once, okay?
Yeah.
Please,
and this was it.
Please don't hold this against me. He was talking about how in the draft, if the opponent has like a win condition, you like to draft against it so that if you make a mistake, you don't just lose the game.
Yeah.
And why I didn't like the Sven pick is because you're countered innately by the abilities in the opponent hero. So what happens is if you fall slightly behind, it's really hard to play your hero. And you see what I mean is Sven's way of playing the game is running in with BKB God Strength and hitting somebody and killing them. He just got roared and controlled and died. Like that's the problem where if you make one or two mistakes, because the pick isn't perfect, this is what the game ends up looking like. And that's why I was a little confused why I didn't pick like the Slark, the PL, both of which heroes should have a really good game here. And instead, you make that one mistake top. Like, Beast Coast has been looking good up until this point, but now because they didn't pick an uncountered hero for their last pick, the game suddenly just gets really hard. And Gyro, Aegis, Satanic, Ags, so much damage on the towers.
IO right behind. I mean, that's why the IO Gyro is so strong.
Yeah, you have the Beastmaster plus Venge, tons of bonus damage, amp, as well as attack speed.
He's just moving forward. There will be a midnight pulse play with IX Mike. He's going to try. No, Pilot Dial swapping back, and he's going to run the other way, actually. We'll watch him. No, he's still alive because we're going in. No, he goes down. And this looks to be another melee Rax, if not the full range as well. There's a roar. They find the Enigma. This should be a kill as well. There's going to be a buyback from Mike. Moves is dead. It's too much. This Gyro's AoEing everyone right now, eating them alive. Oh my goodness, buyback after buyback. Is this gonna be a rampage for two different heroes with all these buybacks? Yawar is literally in the fountain diving. He still has Satanic. The GGs are gonna get called. Give it to him, and that's the rampage. He dives, he gets it, and wow. What a good, like the first 20, 30 minutes, very even game. It feels like Rioya, you talked about it, he got that early tier 1 tower with the Arcane Rune. His team bought him a lot of space. They get the tower top. And then it's like, you know, one or two failed pushes here or there, and a fight, like you said, the Gyro just, he doesn't care.
Yeah, I'd say every player, even including myself, has their own specials. You know, something they're known for doing either really good or really bad. And it's the Rioya special to get caught out in the enemy jungle like that. I think that like, getting caught, having his entire team come help him, losing 4 heroes like that, that
was just the turning point in the game. They lost momentum against an IO Beastmaster lineup. There's so much map control, so much pickoff coming out from forward gaming that once you lose even this bit of momentum, you're not allowed to farm anymore. Like, you just sit as 5. And then suddenly the engagements that forward gaming want and they can choose are always going to be the ones that are happening, and that just makes it really difficult to play Dota. And that's what happens. Beast Coast put up a good fight, though.
They did. It was the best game we've seen so far. And joining us back on the space station is Blitz and Cap. And before Blitz says anything, I will admit I'm wrong. I do think No, I just got to admit, I still think Spearbreaker's fine here. I thought he actually played well that game. But, yeah, I just will admit I'm wrong. And what else did we see that game? What ended up happening in that game, my friends?
Well, I actually thought that Beast Coast played this game reasonably well in the early mid game. I felt like they were the first team I've seen in this quals actually challenge forward and take it to them. But forward, what makes them really good, at least in this region so far, is like they have unrelenting pressure. Like CCNC, he'll just buy back and fight you. And even if it's not that efficient, they'll just go for it. And eventually Beast Coast, it's like when you play that kind of style, it's like how many mistakes will both of us make? Yeah. And forward's like, we'll force more out of you.
Yeah. And it feels like that's what they did. Cap, how you feeling? It felt like Beast Coast, had a pretty good chance, but as he said, Ford just jamming it down into him.
Yeah, it really felt like the last pick Sven just wasn't going to come through for them. And like if Blitz is saying, we're just going to try and keep on clashing and you're going to make more mistakes. I mean, like the big problem is for a lot of these fights is that Leo, some of these fights he's going to be able to get a good initiation, get some good swings off, but not every single one of them. Right, because of all these BKB piercing disables. Same goes with Moose and his opportunities for black holes in these fights. Yeah. It's always going to be a bit limited. So there's always going to be like I feel like you fight 5 different times. Like one of those fights is just going to go like everything's going to go bad for you. Yeah. Like your Sven's not going to get any swings in. He's going to get controlled by the Beastmasters. Moose isn't going to be able to get a good black hole in, and that one fight is all it takes for forward to kind of run over you.
What's confusing to me is like. When Leo plays the ultra late game core that he's gonna win or whatever, it always feels like there's an objective to what Beast Coast is doing. Whereas in this game, it's like you're creating space with this Sven that I don't actually think hard carries this game that bad.
That's what I was saying in the draft. Yeah,
it's like you get roared. That's 2 seconds of your BKB. Then you're getting hit by a bunch of stuff. You have to cut through. The Wind Ranger just kites you back. They have swap. They have like 3 different abilities to just get themselves out of trouble. Whereas like if you pick something like for example Slark, you get on top of somebody. You have like a hard reset button. Which is what's been working for them. But, they just didn't really have that all-encompassing carry to, like, carry them through and put pressure. Because that's what will put pressure on forward to, like, make mistakes, is if you pick a better late-game carry in that situation.
If it's ease of execution, too. It's like if you're playing Beastmaster on Snaking and you're against a BKB Sven, what's your job in teamfights? I'm going to roar the BKB Sven. I'm going to find him and I'm going to roar him. It's like if you're against Slark, it's not that straightforward to play Beastmaster. Like, maybe hold on to it to the black hole. Maybe your supports are getting jumped in the back by a Slark. Like, Slark creates a lot of chaos in that type of scenario, which I think would punish Forward Gaming's type of lineup. We're just mentioning it, like, as a hypothetical at the end of the day. But I think when you pick that Sven, it just makes it so easy for Forward to be like, this is how we play team fights, and this is what we need to do. So I just want to shout out to Pilot Die. I think he played really well on that Venge. Like, I think we felt the impact of a 5-position Venge pretty drastically there. It's pretty game-winning plays. From the support role.
Got his stuff. And then the only guy who had 0 deaths, Snaking. I mean, you brought up there. He was doing everything really 6-0 in 21. Second highest net worth, even beating out CCNC.
Is it time to ban it?
Dude, they've picked it 3 games in a row. It feels like it very well could be time to ban this hero, especially, right, you talk about it gives you the Vision hero, BKB piercing. He doesn't mind sitting in lane. Kind of doing what Brax did that game, right? Just suiciding. Beastmaster didn't even mind doing that much. And, well, I believe we're going to see a completely new draft. Do you think, okay, last question before we go to break, will IO get through again?
Yes.
I could see it. I think if they evaluate the draft, they won't think that's the biggest. I think the BM caused more problems than the IO did.
I agree.
That was one of the ways the Beast Coast won against J-Storm, right, was the vision advantage that they had with Tree and Protector plus Slark. Like, both these teams have shown proclivity to having that vision advantage and utilizing it well.
Great word.
Sounds good to me. I don't know what it means, but it definitely sounds good to me. We are going to take a short break. When we get back, it will be Forward Gaming versus Beast Coast, game number 2 of the Winners Bracket Finals. So stick around, because I would miss you if you left. I really would. Psych.